My blood devolves toward the fire. I chose poorly by believing that I didn't believe.
That's what Lazim read in the newspaper. The story of the Inquisitor and the Albigensian. Morbid sounds of grinding teeth would crack when she burned at the center of the stage, screaming curses and incantations. Across the park, death approached in the hands of the executioner. It halted. Red libations flowed from its gargoyled jaw as the Albigensian swayed her hips, like the Inquisitor's teeth, convinced of salvation for his soul if the wretched woman died. Yet he trembled at the proximity of those fleshless lips, smiling at him in the park, now advancing slowly, with the speed of a tree. And then the curtain call stops the action. The actors, intoxicated by success and applause, chose costumes for another scene. The curtain rose to the rhythm of increasing lights.
A whip suspended in the air suggested a slow-motion lash across the bare back of that Albigensian. Each gesture anticipated pain that never arrived. Terrified, she moaned as the whip was about to touch her skin. The light froze. The whip, too.
On the other side of town, a train ascended sinuous slopes. Among the passengers, Lazim stood out for being identical to the others. Timidly, he sifted through piles of paired eyes until he fell asleep. After a few kilometers, he opened the newspaper and shouted in horror as he identified his photo in the obituaries page. He woke up. The newspaper, stirred by the crisp morning air, telegraphed incredible messages. Fearfully, he searched on the appropriate page. The constant turns felt like blows. Smiling with relief, he verified that it wasn't his photo on the paper. Only then he realized that the train was hurtling toward an unfathomable precipice. Once again, the curtain rose. The Albigensian exuded exquisite perfumes. The audience applauded frenetically. She intensified the contortions of her moist eyelids to the rhythm of the audience's growing gasps. Her skin darkened, producing music. An actor interrupted the scene to ignite a fake bonfire, and something from each spectator perished in the flames. The Albigensian laughed loudly, berating the spectacle. Annoyed by the Inquisitor's indecision, the play director ordered a different scene. Lazim, kneeling at the bottom of the precipice, pleaded for mercy from a judge biased by a new kind of morality. The orchestra ceased playing a single mournful chord. The judge's hand, like a guillotine, fell upon Lazim, vertically slicing his face as a statement of his fortitude. Lawyers from both sides watched in awe as the seemingly lifeless face breathed an impossible bit of air, while the faceless figure cried out, drowning in blood. An hour later, the Albigensian would be burned. The Inquisitor spied on the impatient movement of the fire, biting shadows. The stage, built with water panels, filtered faded lights, silver flashes on her sweaty skin, owning the following scene. A downpour is imminent. Windows begin closing, like playing cards around her, naked at the center of the stage. A dense cloud in the air turns into amber stone, immobilizing her body in a transparent cube. Countless, discordant horns blared. Atop the cube appear ancient souls condemned to the bonfire, cursing and relapsing. Suddenly, a freezing heretic gust burst forth, breaking the spell. The Albigensian, wielding her power, had managed to escape.